Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the English news of Binh Phuoc radio, television station, and newspaper. I'm Hình with the latest news for today. Binh Phuoc promoted innovation digital transformation in new emulation movements. Binh Phuoc strengthens legal access for citizens. United Nations Day of Visa 2025 to take place in Ho Chi Minh City. Russian tourists to Vietnam could double in 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, the chairperson of the Binh Phuoc Provincial People Committee had issued Plan number 133 to launch an emulation campaign aimed at driving breakthrough in science, technology, innovation, and digital transformation, contributing to national prosperity and strength during the 2025-2030 period.
According to the plan, agencies, units, localities, and businesses will organize emulation activities with appropriate themes and content, aiming to meet, surpass, and complete major targets ahead of schedule. The campaigns will focus on 8 key areas, notably raising public awareness, promoting a shift in mindset, and strengthening political will and leadership to inspire fresh momentum for the advancement of science, technology, innovation, and digital transformation across society. Communication efforts will be closely aligned with the implementation of resolutions, development strategies, action programs, and socio-economic goals, while ensuring national defense and security. At the same time, the movement will encourage learning via digital platforms, support the building of a digital society, and boost the growth of the digital economy and digital enterprises.
Under Plan number 136 on implementing the 2025 project to enhance citizen access to the law, the Provincial People Committee of Binh Phuoc had requested the rollout of measures to improve legal accessibility, provide legal information, and promote legal popularization and education tailored to specific groups.
The provincial authority has directed continuous review of conditions to ensure guidance and support for citizens in accessing legal information, exercising rights, and protecting legitimate interests during citizen reception, complaint settlement, denunciations, and responses to public feedback and petitions. Emphasis is placed on accountability, transparency in addressing public concerns, administrative procedure settlement, dialogue, grassroots democracy implementation, and legal access standard evaluation. The plan also stresses the responsibility of agencies, units, localities, and political, social, and professional organizations in ensuring and supporting citizens' legal access, aiming to raise legal awareness, foster respect for the law, and promote a culture of living and working in accordance with the Constitution and legal system. Priority is given to vulnerable groups, including children, households living in poverty and near poverty, and residents of remote, isolated, and ethnic minority areas across the province.
The People Committee of Binh Phuoc Province had issued a plan to implement the law on each transaction across the province, marking a significant step forward in promoting information technology application in socio-economic activities.
The provincial authority emphasized that they did a crucial task contributing to the development of e-government, the digital economy, and the digital society, and requested all agencies, units, and localities to carry out the work seriously, effectively, and in compliance with regulations. In addition to reviewing and assessing the compatibility of current legal documents with the new law, the plan calls for strengthening technical infrastructure and ensuring information security in electronic transactions. It particularly focuses on upgrading management software systems, integration platforms, and data sharing systems, promoting the use of digital signatures, electronic identification, and digital certificates, and implementing cybersecurity solutions for electronic transaction systems. The plan also sets out the development of a specialized workforce in technology and legal fields to support electronic transactions within state agencies. Investment will be prioritized for improving technology and telecommunications infrastructure in border areas and economically disadvantaged regions, expanding electricity and fiber optic internet coverage, and extending 4G and 5G networks to bridge the digital divide and enable broader access to electronic transaction services.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Vietnam Buddhist Sangsha and the International Council for the Day of Visas have jointly inaugurated the Fred Center for the United Nations Days of Vesak in Vietnam and held a Fred conference to provide information about the upcoming celebration in Ho Chi Minh City. The United Nations Day of Vesak 2025 will be held from May the 6th to the 8th at Facility the 2nd of the Vietnam Buddhist Academy in Ho Chi Minh City, with the main theme Solidarity and Tolerance for Human Dignity, Buddhist Wisdom for World Peace and Sustainable Development. This year's celebration is expected to welcome around 1,300 international delegates from 85 countries and territories, along with approximately 1,500 domestic participants. As part of the grand celebration, activity will be held for enshrinement and veneration of Lord Buddha's Sarya at Thanh Pagoda from May the 2nd to the 8th, and for public homage to the Sakha release of Bodhisattva Thích Quảng Đức at Vietnam Quốc Tự Pagoda from May the 3rd to the 10th. This is an opportunity to showcase the image of the peace-loving, friendly, united, and harmonious Vietnam and its people. It also affirms to the international community the consistent policy of the Communist Party and State of Vietnam in respecting and guaranteeing the right to freedom of belief and religion. To facilitate passengers on transit flight, Tân Sơn Nhất International Airport has launched a free internal shuttle bus service connecting the newly operational Terminal T3 with the older Terminal T1 starting from May the 1st. According to the airport authority, the shuttle buses operate daily from 7 a.m. until 3 a.m. the following day, with 20-minute interval between its service. The bus route run within the aircraft apron area, departing from the transit hall of Terminal T3 and stop at Gate A2 of Terminal T1. Passengers on transit flight who have checked-in and have boarding passes for the onward flight can use the shuttle service free of charge. The airline will transfer checks luggage directly. Earlier, the airport arranged free shuttle buses between T1 and the international terminal T2 station to the new terminal. Vietnam is among the most popular overseas destinations for Russian tourists in the summer of 2025, with ongoing plans for direct flight between the two countries and a rise in international travel booking by Russians. Vietnam is expected to welcome around 430,000 Russian visitors in 2025, nearly double the figure in 2024. According to Russian travel company, tour booking for the spring-summer seasons of 2025 have increased compared to the same period in 2024. In Russia, early hotel booking for Asian destinations are on the rise, especially for Vietnam, China, and Japan. Data from Seladat.ru show that the number of Russian tourist booking tours from early spring to late summer 2025 is 1.7 times higher than the same period last year. A Russian Association of Tour Operators representative believe that Vietnam will become one of the top 5 new outbound destinations in the Russian market. This growth is largely attributed to the increasing number of direct flights to Vietnam, particularly the resumption of charter flights to Nha Trang, Khánh Hòa from various Russian cities. To prepare for official operation, Bạch Mai Hospital's second facility in Hà Nam province has submitted a list of medical equipment to the Ministry of Health, aiming to process with the procurement of 1,100 billion equipment packets. The new facility at Bạch Mai Hospital is expected to begin official operation in November 2025. In its initial phase, the hospital plans to purchase essential diagnostics and treatment equipment, including ultrasound machine, MRI and CT scanner, and other necessary medical devices. In the long term, Bạch Mai's second facility will invest in radiotherapy equipment to help ease the current overload of patients requiring radiation treatment across healthcare facilities in the country. And that also wraps up our bulletin. Thank you for watching and goodbye for now.